Words up. Yes, thank you for showing me the way. Much appreciated. Interesting. Another stays out here. Perhaps a friend. One who can tell me where this Leefside is. The search continues. It's not really doing much for me these days. Now the curious matter. Looks like there is one who does stay up here. Another who is not fearful of the Vale, perhaps. It would be nice to have company. It has been a while. Curious. Are you perhaps the one who stays up on the edge? I was surprised. Ah, a shame.
You just come from the...
Yes. Is there a problem?
Depends what you're here for.
I am looking for a town. One that was, I believe they called it Leefside.
And what do you want in this town?
I was informed that people from here were responsible for helping deal with one who had taken something from my home. I was curious to see if it ended up here.
Wouldn't be a question for me. Sounds like stuff that happened before I came
Hmm.
here. You're not gonna, like, start a fight or anything?
No, I do not have ill intent. Although I am not sure how others outside act. It has been a while. How long has
Guess
it
that's
been?
somewhat relatable.
But as for causing problems, no. It is just something I care deeply about. And I have missed it dearly.
Alright, sure. Got a name?
Elisande, I believe, was my name. Elisande, yes.
Oh,
I believe
some kind of elf? 20 years?
I am a dryad. I know. I remember being different. So it's not a problem if are unnerved. Am aware of the fact most afraid of home.
Okay, sure. Forgive me. I was born at sea and spent most of my life on a ship. Dryads have always been.
You're quite alright, Miss Dahlia. Then the place I am looking for is from this edge.
This way.
Perfect. Thank you. Much appreciation.
Not going the right way. You are not going the right way.
Oh, the other way. Yes.
Yeah.
I am not familiar with land outside boundaries.
I'm still not familiar with land in general, so there's that.
Then we can be learning a familiarity together. Perhaps.
Ever feel like I can get used to land?
I have never been one to go to sea, so would not be able to relate.
Yeah, not a lot of people can. Hey, not sure who to bring up whenever you're asking about finding, but this is the town at least.
How convenient. It was this close after a couple of times exiting.
You sure you're okay? The Vale tends to mess people up.
I feel fine. Although the question is more, what is the worry? I appear fine, do I not?
Appearances can be deceiving. Also, some ground rules while you're here. If people start talking about egg, or you hear some sort of song in your head, don't follow it. Don't get near it.
Egg? Song? I was not aware that eggs
sort of cursed
had...
object or something.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Unfortunately, that would be something that makes me interested, but not for the sake of messing with it. I
Gotcha.
analyze
Well,
things
Fabian
of
has
that
been
nature.
here for a long time, so
Hmm,
he might actually be able to help.
He's the
I
one
see.
in the crafting. Do you call it a guild or do you call it a division? Inventor Guild. Aye, that's the one. He could probably give you more of a tour of the place. He's been in there for as long as I can remember. Are you still in, sir? Guild, yeah. Inventor Guild. Okay. Grand.
Fabian,
Oh, Lady
long
Julia.
time no see.
I apologize
So
for that.
I
I've
found
been
a
busy at the
dryad
merge.
asking about some shit to do with the Vale, something that got stolen from it a while back.
Oh. Hello, ma'am.
Figured
Fabian
you'd know
Gibson at
more
your
than I do.
service.
Hmm,
Nice to meet you. Head butler of the Wardens Guild here in Leefside.
hmm. It is
Right.
a pleasure. They once called me Elisande. That is my
Hello
name.
there.
Apologize,
I'm a bit new in the parts.
Yes.
Very well.
Fine.
Would it be
assume you've been
disrespectful
getting
to
shown
refer to you as
around a
Miss
bit already?
Elisande?
Not at all.
A little bit, yes.
Okay.
This wonderful butler right here is actually
Well,
showing me
Miss
around just a little
Elisande,
bit,
I
and
am
where certain
the
locations
head butler of the
are.
Wardens
I
Guild.
just need to start invading people's personal spaces and saying,
For
"Hello."
however long that lasts, I am to refer
We
to
were
contracts
mentioning
for the
something
Wardens
about
Guild to take
Adventures
out
Guild stuff?
and aid those in need. So if you have any
I'm
information you'd like me
unfortunately
to
not much of an
fill out,
adventurer, more of an artificer by trade, so more of a craftsman.
I am
Inventor.
in search of something that I
Inventor,
had
yes.
heard from others
Did you
on
get told
the
to talk to Bing yet?
edge
He's
of my
kind of
home
our old local
that
blacksmith.
had implied
Yes, I was told to speak to him about
that a
ongoings in the town
place
and whatnot.
that
He'd
an
be able to
object
inform
that
me.
was taken
but,
from there
quite
might
literally was
have ended up
just told,
here.
actually.
I have been looking for several months now.
Harry?
would you say your name was again, ma'am?
When you got a
Elisande.
minute, I got some questions about last
Elisande,
night.
Miss
Not an
Elisande.
interrogation, just a report, basically.
Well, to be
Gotta
sure,
write
I'd
shit
have to
down,
check
things
with
in
What
my
is your name, small sir? I believe he'd said,
Sure.
but I feel like
No,
it's
no,
my
we
guild
can-
leaders.
a formal greeting.
Miss Elisande.
Anyone go?
I have
What's
a
somewhere a bit
description
quieter?
of the.
What
Oh,
was that? I apologize.
it appears you are having a headache.
Raz name? Oh, Raz. Yeah. Understood. Pleasure to meet you, Master Raz. You may call me Vincent. Oh,
There's no one to hurt a hand.
Oh dear.
people at the moment.
It appears they have
no, completely understood. It's a pleasure to
been
meet you, dear
lost
sir.
in the. Oh dear.
So I believe they said you... What was that?
What name?
Oh, they call me Vincent.
Oh dear.
Okay.
I'll have to catch up
I
with
believe
them
they said you were part of the Inventors Guild?
in a bit.
Inventors Guild, yeah.
Oh, understood. Well, I might have to come talk to you sometime. I quite like to make shinies.
Cafe.
Shiniest of shinies. He does. He makes magical shinies.
What exactly is one of
Mm-hmm.
these?
Well, I'd love to help you guys. Obviously, I need to get to know the town a little bit better, but I'd hope to work with you sometime. Master Raz.
If you mind.
Certainly. I did not.
Understood. Well, I'm going to do my greeting over with the blacksmith, and I hope to see you again. I'll work together with you.
I suppose I will wait for them. It would be rude
Actually, yes, I would
to
absolutely
leave.
love that. If you'd be available. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Master Raz. You enjoy your day. Hopefully I'll see you again in a little bit. Wonderful. Thank you very much.
I have searched for a while. I can be patient.
Damn it all. Hello there. How you doing?
Hello. I am waiting for one to return. They appear to have gotten quite the headache.
Yeah, this whole place is a secret headache. I'm Terry. I'm acting magistrate for the town for the time being, which means that if you have any paperwork you need filed or anything like that, come to me and I will sort it out.
I will keep that in mind. I do not
Yes, thank you.
believe I have paperwork to do. How long has it been since I needed to write something? It was a little bit. It appears that Mr. Fabian, their cane has been taken. Oh dear. They look quite dashing. I will wait a bit longer, but if not, I will have to move on. One of them must know. Perhaps the large building. If they return, I will see about...
Everyone's angry. Everyone's angry. I understand their worry, but I don't think things are like that. Sorry.
Since...
Hello
Ah.
there.
Hello.
Hi, I don't think I've seen you around before.
That would be because I am not local to here. Hello.
I see.
I came this direction looking for something from that may have ended up here from my home.
I see. Well, what is it exactly?
I don't know if it had a name, but it was an object. It resembled a flower, but seemed to be made of metal. I had been taking care of it for some time before it disappeared. I have been quite distraught looking for it. It is quite dear to me.
I see. It's the first time I've heard of an item like this, but I think the guild do tend to come across weird artifacts, so I'm sure if you find someone
I had heard
about
the name of the town by those describing an item similar, so I had gotten hopeful that perhaps it had been found and they did not know where to take it.
I see. Well, I'm not too familiar with all the items that the guild has. I just know they tend to come across a few. But
Other people to ask. There was one Fabian, I believe, but they found themselves stricken by a quite severe headache.
oh, I see. Yeah, Fabian's I can't remember what he's like a butler, like the main butler around here, or
That
maybe
was
there's a different
how
word for it.
he described himself, yes.
I'm not sure who else. Good luck for.
I had run into a Miss Talia on the road in. They were a bit surprised, but did not seem to have the knowledge I was hoping to find. But they pointed me in the direction of the town.
I see. Well, I think the one guild leader who's usually around is a man called Wolfric, like a tall elf man.
I see.
Something like that. I guess you're just gonna.
Have you seen
Yes.
Otto or Erebus around?
I haven't seen either of those. So.
Alright, thank you.
I suppose I will continue to ask around. Perhaps if any have ever visited my home before, they might be familiar with it.
Yeah, no worries. If I find anything, I'll let you know. But it's nice to meet you, I guess. Name's Vale.
I was called Elisande.
I see.
What a curious creature. What are these little ones?
These are called dust bunnies.
They remind me of some of the other creatures from home. Much fluffier and less covered with foliage, though.
Yeah, they're quite chaotic creatures. They do have a tendency to explode if they get, I think it's emotional or something or the other.
I
It's
see.
usually a cloud of dust.
Understood. Is it painful to them? Are they harmed by the act?
I honestly don't know.
Well, I will not intentionally seek to cause them to burst. That would be unnecessarily cruel.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, I hope you don't mind me asking, but are you a dryad
Not being
of
asked, yes.
some sort?
But I'm sure they're gonna
I
try.
believe so.
Oh, I see. I'd
It
heard
has
like rumors,
been
but I
a
didn't think
while
they actually
since
existed.
It has been a while since I have left home, so I am not sure how much time has passed.
See. Where exactly is home? Is it like in Erin? Dorn?
I came in from, I believe they call it the Vale.
Oh, I see.
Yes. You are
So-
the second one to react with such confusion. Is that uncommon?
I mean, it very much is, yes.
I see. I have heard rumors that it is seen as a place that is unsettling. But it is... It is a comforting place. If you get to know it.
What about... So, does the... I think it's called the Effluvium, or... the mist. Does the mist not affect you at all?
Ah, the mist in the air?
Mm-hmm.
I am uncertain. It depends on what it is supposed to do.
Well, it's... For the most part, at least for most of us, it kind of alters our mind. It makes us... It kind of makes time... You could be in there for like 10 minutes, and you would think... Well, you would think you'd only be in there 10 minutes, but you've actually been in there for like an hour or so, and you can get lost.
Perhaps at one time. But no. I have lived there for a while.
Mm-hmm. I had heard about people living there, but I didn't expect to ever meet one.
I have never met anyone else out there, unless they are just well hidden. The Vale is large, I think. I have never quite explored it in its entirety. Just the region nearby the place that I tended to.
I'd love to know more about the Vale. I have a kind of, I guess you could say my people have a complicated relationship with the Vale. I assume you know about what was there before the Vale?
Like a distant memory, yes. I believe so.
Well, I guess just so you were on the same page, it was basically a great forest that burnt down by Dragonkin, and then once it regrew, it wasn't the same. It regrew as the Vale, I guess, that we know as
I remember
as of
these
now.
stories from my family. Did I have?
Sorry, I didn't interrupt.
Yes.
Go on, Paul.
I remember stories of a time when it was not the place that I know. I have never seen it as such, so they are but stories to me.
I see. Well, the reason that we wood elves have a complicated history with it is because when it was burnt down, we all had to find new forests to call home, basically. And once we had seen that it was growing back, we went back towards it to get back our homes. But then, because of the mist, we couldn't really live there anymore.
I'm sorry
So
that you do not feel able
Good morning.
to return to
Pardon me?
a place you called home. I would show you there, but it seems that most do not want to tread near it from the way most have reacted thus far.
It's quite difficult for us. I've been trying to find ways to make it a bit easier, but if you know how to traverse it, that would be great to know.
It feels like I understand it, and it understands me. I have been there for a long enough time that it feels like second nature. I believe that was them. They have returned from their headache.
Yeah, it seems that was Fabian. Well, I'll let you go find Fabian, but I'm definitely interested in learning more about the Vale, so
Of course,
I'll catch you another time.
I would be happy to tell you stories of home. You have
I just
returned
realised
from
you probably know
your
where the
headache.
original stick is. I did. I apologise.
The original, I saw a small, I think they called them a dust bunny, running around with
Oh,
it.
those.
They
Great.
looked quite
Oh, you fuck.
fashionable. There it is
That's
now. It is that one.
Oh, the top hat. Hello there. Do you want to trade? Okay, great. Wow, seamless. Thank you so much. Oh dear. That could have been... It actually would have been fine because I have a backup, but, you know...
I see.
Right then. Oi. It's,
Hmm.
greetings, ma'am. Lovely to meet you, by all means. I heard words of,
Hello.
dryad. Might that be you, ma'am?
Yes. That is what they were calling me.
By all means, I don't want to step too close in the way, don't mind me. So, if that's what, we call you, what would you prefer to be called then?
Well, I believe that I have a name. I have been called Elisande. It is preferable
Elisande,
than
by all
just
means.
the dryad.
Well, by all means, Madam Elisande, then I will try my best to call you from that point onward. If you excuse me, I want to introduce myself properly. Name is Bing. I'm the town blacksmith, ogre, and helper. Well, if you might need any sort of problems, any sort of help in town, any sort of other things that you might need, I'm a craftsman at heart and proceed to help wherever I can.
I see. I do not know if I will be staying here for very long. I am just here in search of something.
I think,
I was hoping
Boy,
to
I
find
mean-
a lead on it here.
actually,
I mean, of course, ma'am, what might you be looking for specifically?
Was an item that was a part of my home. It had gone missing a few months ago, and I had heard
Miss Ayla and I have been
description from others near my home that an item similar to that may have found its way here. I was hoping to see if it was the same.
Right. Do you mind describing said item? Maybe I've seen it before in town.
It was a
some of our guild members
flower of
actually
sorts,
offered
but
to
one
forward
made
the
of
name
metal.
Vale.
Flower.
Any help you need
It
organising officiating
was
Well, maybe.
quite intriguing. It
so I'd love to
was-
lend a hand.
It acted like a flower and even produced nectar despite not being alive.
Okay. That is something I have not seen before. The question is, flower. I mean, the only person that might know about flowers would be our local flower girl in town, would be Ayla. She's currently probably running the cafe right now. Maybe she might know something about it. But a flower that produces nectar like that seems unknown to me currently. But by all means, if you tend to stay here for a bit and you do find it and we find it, I'm sure we can talk about getting you back into possession of that thing.
Master Raj, you say?
It has just been something I have taken care of. It has been something dear to me, and I would like to
Of course, no.
continue.
A lot of
my
different things find
studies of
themselves.
it once
That is
able to
fair. A lot
return
of different
home.
things find themselves within Leefside, so if we do find it, perhaps, unless this is sort of like a secret thing for your kind, that's, maybe we might even be able to combine that knowledge, maybe find some notes on them, because a
do
flower
not-
that produces nectar like that.
I do not believe
Right.
it is secret. It was something that I had come across when I was lost, and it was what gave me. It gave me the means to survive.
Maybe a bit more in depth with
Right, give you the means to survive.
It was.
I can safely say.
It felt like a miracle of
more than backlogs.
that I needed to study more, and I have for
Wardens
some
stuff. I don't know if we're
time.
Leefside business now, but I wouldn't be against it. It's pretty.
I do not
Very part of the.
know how long. It has been a while since I have been around others.
I mean, I understand. We ogres tend to also be people who kind of seclude themselves into our own kind to not, as an ogre, you're kind of an intimidating stature. People might look at you, you're about to smash their head in or something. I do know that feeling. So, when it comes to time, I might look into the library specifically. Maybe we can figure out a time frame for you for how long you've not really been in contact with people. Maybe we'll then find out also it'll be a lot easier to locate your item, you know what I mean?
Possibly. I think it has been only a few months.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt the two of you. I do greatly apologize. You're the blacksmith, correct?
Those. Oi, yeah. Bing, excuse me then, I'll introduce myself, Bing. Town blacksmith and craftsman of all sorts. What can I do for you?
It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Vincent. I'm a new arrival here. I'm also an artificer and would love to speak to you whenever you've finished your conversation with this wonderful one right here.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. Like, craftsmen always welcome. I'll definitely have, especially an artificer. Definitely going to have a conversation with you later on. But yes, Madame here was looking specifically for, I guess, would you consider it's more of an heirloom due to the fact that it was more in connection to your kind?
I do not know. I just had found it and had been taking care of it. But it was. I wish to at least know what became of it, as apparently the one who had found it was less than kind, based off the tone of the others who
Right
spoke about
then.
it. They had misused
Okay.
it.
Well, if that's the case, we're definitely going to have a conversation about that, especially if anybody might have misused an item. Not really a fan of that anyway. So, I'm going to keep a close eye out and maybe ask around town, perhaps. We're going to figure something out, and later on, I'm going to check in with the library again from your last memory where you're around people. Maybe we can figure out. Have you been mostly within the, of course, don't mean to assume, have you been mostly within the Erin region, or have you kind of travelled across the plain?
My home is in the Vale, so yes.
Oh! Okay. Yeah, that's, Huh. That's going to be a very interesting conversation then. Absolutely. Nothing to worry about you, ma'am. No worry, but still going to be very interesting. Still, though. Now you, sir.
The common reaction I have gotten. I was not aware it was so...
I mean...
sore of a subject.
I mean, it's more not really a sore subject, it's more the Vale has more reactions to us by the fact that if we're not properly prepared to be within the Vale, it could be quite dangerous to the point where just being within the Vale, fumes or whatever it may be, can cause hallucinations to us.
Oh, I was not aware of that.
And so far, hallucinations that at least I've witnessed have been quite unkind to us. It's not like hallucinations that you might see when you have a little bit too much fun in the town or something, but more things that might depict our fears, our worries. So...
a deterrent.
Potentially a deterrent. That's something we've totally not figured out yet when it comes to studying the Vale, but it's one of the main factors that have caused us to not want to step too deep into the Vale. Of course, it is. If the Vale is your home, then I do not mean there's an offense to your home.
Nobody had ever come visited or looking. No matter. It is alright. The place does not bother me.
Regardless of it.
It is.
Regardless of that, while you're here within Leefside, you're welcome to stay as long as you do not cause trouble. You can, of course, take, if you have the money, I'm not sure if you would have it, within the cafe and get yourself some food. If not, enjoy the quality time that Leefside can offer you.
Luckily the first meal and drink you get there is actually free. So, if you would like something...
In fact...
I suppose that I would need to find a means to obtain coin. I do not have need of it at home, but that is because I am alone there, usually.
Self-sufficient lady, understandable. Nothing to worry about that.
But I will keep that in mind. Thank you.
I'm not sure what you might potentially eat, but I do recommend some of the cakes within there. They are very delicious, I do have to say. If you want to go for something more sweet to potentially have your first meal be sort of an experience, that is my recommendation.
I will think about it. Thank you.
By all means, absolutely. Still now, lad. What can we do for you? So, artificer, what specifically do you work with when it comes to being an artificer?
Technically, if you give me roughly about anything and you request it to be magical, I'm sure I can work something out.
Butler, go this way.
It seems you have also joined the nobility.
Anna was looking for you.
Oh no.
Fabian, what you got there, man?
This is the
The
man inside the cafe gave it
She
to
might
me.
be
He told me to
inside
follow
or she
him and I
might be
followed
with
him.
Massa.
So that is what I'm to do. Yeah, I believe it's for the mayoral vote.
Wonderful.
The election.
Alright, need to get running though. I'll catch up later.
Of course, Justin. Oh dear. Yep. Oh, dear.
It seems he danced himself to death.
That is... So that is what they mean by they explode.
They do explode. Like the one that exploded in there 3 times yesterday. A rambunctious sort.
Well, that seems unfortunate that they would
I believe it was taking issue with the owner.
Oh no. Well, that is dangerous then.
So do you have interest in solely
I mean, outside of the ones that are made of glass, I haven't heard of any actually doing anything bad to you.
They can be made of glass.
I don't know. You'd have to tell me the type.
They're called dust bunnies. They're made of whatever they can roll around in. So they will roll around on your shoes and they will get dust on them. And then they will get all gray, and then whenever you make them do anything, they blow up gray, and then you just get dust all over you, then they roll all over you, and then they get more gray. It is a very long story.
I see.
So again, Gobby, Raz, and Violet, they are...
This one, I believe, is rolled in cinnamon.
The other positions are magistrate, which we may have more than one. Treasurer and secretary.
Hello?
Magistrate will be in charge of deciding if walls are...
Elisande? I think that's... I can't remember. What's her name?
Elisande, you were close.
Elisande, I see.
Yes.
I didn't think... Okay, but, you didn't happen to threaten, Masao and Anna, did you?
I do not know who either of those two are, so I would certainly hope I have not. I do not recall threatening anybody today.
I see. Well,
Promised the one with the head wraps that I would not do that because they were worried about where I had come into town from.
I see. Well, I was speaking... Well, Masao is like this, he's a beastkin with red hair. He carries a big sword on his back.
I do not believe I have met anybody by that description since coming out of the forest.
Everything except the mayor and
I see. Well,
why?
I had mentioned that a dryad... I mentioned that a dryad had come into town, one from the Vale, and as soon as I mentioned it, he mentioned that you had threatened him, like... I'm not sure if... I think he said he threatened you, and then he threatened him, or something like that.
Should I seek this one out and try to clear up the misunderstanding?
I mean, that would probably be good if it didn't happen.
Yes.
Quite confused by that, because...
I will look for the one with the large sword.
That will be,
I was not aware that there were so many familiar with home. Apothecary. Hello. Oh, you are the one, I believe. I was told that I had threatened you. I do not recall meeting, but if I had threatened you, I am sorry.
No, you're not.
Oh.
No. You. No, the... Okay, I was mistaken.
Oh.
There was another one, or something. It was... You're not the one who threatened me. It's...
That gives me much relief. I had promised one named Talia would not cause problems when coming into town from home, and did not wish to disrupt.
sorry for the misunderstanding.
Mm.
Do you need something?
Do you know where I could find Ren?
Who the hell is
Oh,
that?
sorry, you were talking to her.
No, it's okay. You are looking for someone.
Who's Ren?
Ren?
Guard.
Where the... Ooh.
One of
Yes?
like you.
What?
Guard Ren.
We're looking for him, we can't find him.
Oh.
I am.
No, my
full
name is
of
Roderick.
Confusion.
No, I don't know anyone named Ren.
Hmm. Hello, excuse me.
But I suppose while I'm here. Oh.
You see Kai?
Who?
Blue jacket. Bag on back.
Doesn't ring a bell. Tend to stay away from new people.
Well, while I'm here, was curious if knew of the person had been told to seek was one of leaders of guild here. Might know where if the thing I am looking for is here or not.
I think, as of current, the guild leaders are out right now.
I see.
But
that
I'm
is.
sure they'll be in here tomorrow.
I see. Well, thank you for the information. I will not bother you, nor do something to threaten. Was not intent on coming here.
No, again, that was... it wasn't you, it was this other thing I saw in the Vale.
There is another in my home? I shall have to go meet them. Thank you.
That might not be a good idea.
But
They're
if
not
they...
friendly.
If they are of home,
I'd say bring
they...
a weapon with you.
I have all I need to defend myself if need be.
Guess my power is not as special after all. I thought I was one of those who could have it. Oh, anyway, I'm glad you're down now. It's important to be. Well, I don't know if I can.
To come here and meet another willing to go to home. It is exciting.
I don't see any physical problems with her.
is another here. Hello. I did not know that there was another who was willing to come here unafraid.
You.
Yes.
What you?
I believe I am still a dryad. I have lived here for a while.
You like me?
I believe so. We look different, but I can tell you and I similar. Yes.
A lot of people move to Vale.
I have gone out there. Seems most out there afraid of this place.
Good. The Leefside should be scared.
This place is comforting. Not sure why it would be fearful.
They ruin things. Should stay far away.
I would, but am looking for thing that may have ended up in this Leefside. Is from here, though. I wish to at least see it returned, if not study it.
Should be brought back.
Feels like part missing since it disappeared few months ago. It's hard to...
What's missing?
It was strange object. Was like a flower, but made of metal. But still grew and behaved like a flower. And had a most wonderful... It produced a nectar that feel like it gave life to everything around it, including me, when I had found it when lost. Had been taking care of her since.
We need get.
I believe was one that said were threatening people. They thought it was me when they had heard that I had come from here. Was there a problem?
Live in Vale. People destroy. Not good. Get them out of Vale.
I see.
Dismembered trees. Over there. They caused it.
I see. I can talk to them if need be. But for now, if are going to be next to, then probably do not want to cause conflict. if they do not mean direct harm to self. Hello.
Hello, tiny creature. Do you speak?
I have heard some of these, they called them dust bunnies, make sounds, but they do not seem to speak words. At least ones that can be understood.
I speak with manner of beasts.
Then perhaps could understand. I could not.
Do little one speak? Hello, tiny one. What bring you to Vale?
If it wants to. I do not wish to force it when I know many are scared of the... I guess they has effects on others. I have never experienced, to my knowledge, the things they describe.
Still feel weird, but you want to stay in Vale. You can go a small one. Do not need to stay.
But it is good to meet another who finds comfort in this place. I have been alone here for a time. Did not know others found this place home as well.
I'm searching. Took time. Found today.
I see. Well, in that case, then welcome to the Vale. It is not the place of fear that others seem to believe it to be. I wish I could show them so that they could see is a place of peace.
Think human and sentient thing should stay out. But
I doubt that will likely be the case if they are truly intent on coming in here. If they are able to respect the place, then I see no reason to bar them from it. After all, it would make things a lot less lonely.
maybe, but Vale should get.
If they are coming in with wish to harm it, then yes, I agree. There is no welcome for them. But one was eager to hear what it was like to live here, because they had a feeling of, I believe the best word is nostalgia, for a time where they once were able to live there peacefully. But now the state it is in, they say, is not kind for their people.
If peaceful, then okay.
Yes.
But not peaceful. There's no trees.
I have not gone out this way. I have not seen how it is over here.
Where dryad from?
I do not remember where I was originally from, just that I am of the Vale. It is the only home I remember.
From Zoo.
I am happy to meet another who is like me in a form.
Clean, right?
Where is the place where they are?
Follow.
Where they were cut?
Beyond wall.
Ah, I see. I will make a point to visit that area at some point.
Sorry for the interruption.
That said, what feels like a distant memory of sorts is that while such things can be damaging if one is making use of all that is provided and giving back in kind, they are not disrespecting what is there. The thing that will need to be determined is if they are giving as well as taking, or only taking. If it is only take, then they need to be taught how to give back in kind.
How that respect.
Have they made use of everything that they had taken apart? For what they have taken, have they put something back in a similar manner? Life does need to grow in a cycle. If a tree were to fall naturally from age. Would it not be fair to give it a chance for a new purpose than to simply just rot away? If too many are in one place, can cause problems in its own kind. It can smother that which is underneath.
If rats turn to make new thing, fungi.
Still, it is an unusual expression. I do not recall it being quite like this where I was once from. But I feel like distant memory that one who is respecting that which they take only what they need, and only what they need, and find a way to provide back to allow for cycle to continue, is still to be respectful of the earth and those that sustain upon it. Perhaps it is point of difference in culture, but is not inherently act of disrespect unless is wasteful. If one has place to call home, can live safely upon it, and then take care of the land around it, nourish it further, they give with the take.
Like dryad.
Perhaps is
Yes, but with the respect.
Is perhaps perspective from living alone for long time. Needed to do precisely that in order to make ability to live. Needed to be given gifts of the land around me, and in turn would nourish the return of new life. Even
like
in Vale.
Hunting. Hunting take life, but also allow life.
Exactly. Is a similar concept.
For a parent to have a sibling. Morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Are you all looking for someone or something?
Just on patrol.
No, just on patrol.
Ah. Very well. I am
need
not
anything,
familiar
or-
with the customs of the area just yet.
That is all right. Fair enough.
No worries.
Don't worry
You
about
need
it, neither am
anything
I.
Just ask any of the gods.
Very well. I will remember.
Enjoy your day.
Metal men patrol a lot near Vale.
From my understanding, based off how most have reacted to my saying that I live there, that things that have come from there have traditionally been dangerous or hostile to others. If they leave vicinity of the Vale.
Do not like.
You do not need to follow if you do not wish. But I will not. I will not be able to continue my search if I remain outside. The one who would be most likely to know apparently is not in today, though, so I will have to await their return.
I am still here, and I will provide more opportunities like this, certainly. You are more than welcome to join me.
I might just sit here on the bench.
Let's go. Theories await us.
Interesting.
I pick out of them.
I do not know what they were speaking of, although when was entering town had found one person who insisted if anyone speaks of some kind of egg to leave it be. Said egg could sing. Did not know that such things...
Egg sing?
Apparently so. They said it was some kind of cursed object. Made me curious to see it for myself, given my interests. But that is only if opportunity arise.
I am Mr. Gibson, head butler.
Ah, yes, this was the one I needed to
Oh, no.
speak with
handshake.
again.
Reach out and grab the other hand. It's a form of greeting. Hello, ma'am.
Hello again.
You brought a friend.
Yes, they were one who was around the same area that I was, but or at least I had found them out there a bit ago, but we had never gotten a chance to... I'd never gotten a chance to tell you what it was I was looking for before your
We should
headache.
go, fill your contract out. Justin here, he's one of the prestigious guards of Leefside. I think
That's
he's
mine.
keen
Please
to
don't
make
stake
an
for me,
introduction to you all.
miss. I'm afraid we're not that familiar.
Right,
excuse me, miss. I saw you earlier in the guild hall, and I did not press anymore. However, Who are you? Who is that? What are you doing here?
They call me Elisande. I am here looking for something that may have ended up here that was an item from my home that I was
we have much
hoping
in
to
for
either
disposal.
have returned or at least continue to study.
It's a car.
Right. Okay.
Right. Well, you can throw
them.
these
I
in
do
bins,
not wish to
buckets
speak
of
for
trash
them.
around town.
Oh.
There is
they
also,
speak. Okay.
I mean, it's a biodegradable.
Who are you?
So... Oh, you want whose?
Riti.
You'd have to ask me.
Riti.
Okay. Well, to both of you, my name is Justin. I'm the guard captain. Don't cause trouble for me or this town, or there will be consequences. All right?
I had no
Anyway,
intent
I'm late
on
to a meeting,
causing
so
problems.
yes.
No.
Okay.
Justin.
And Fabian, this is ruined, so you can keep it here.
Okay. Well, I need to find a bin again. Actually, there you go. Perfect. Yes, he could have better etiquette, but you know that's for his mother to argue with him about.
This is unfortunate.
What's your name? Is it Miss Sir? Sir? Or title you go by? Iriti. Can you say? Do you know?
I believe this. It
I-
was
Riti.
Iriti.
Iriti. Okay, Iriti. I am Fabian Gibson. I'm the head butler of the Wardens Guild. It's nice to meet you. For as long as it has to be that.
Flower.
Flower?
I believe they are referring to the item of which I am seeking. It was a
Can you
flower.
say your name for me one more time?
Elisande.
Apologize. Elisande. Are you looking for something in the shape of an egg, or golden egg almost?
No. I have been told not to look too deeply into this egg that sings.
Okay.
Although, admittedly, is something of a
Yes.
curious nature.
It's a
given
very
my-
dangerous object to mortal kind, and humans, elves. It's a persuasive thing, and it can cause a lot of damage in the wrong hands. So,
given my
as of this moment, it's under our protection, information-wise, as to its whereabouts. I don't know if that's the item you seek, though. I'd have to clear that.
It is
sight
not,
with
at
the
least,
guild leaders.
not to my knowledge it isn't. Although,
Okay.
if it is a matter of corruption, perhaps is something can help with. Is specialty of my practice. But no, the item I am looking for is akin to a metal flower that, despite not being
flower.
a plant, yet still acted as if was alive, produced
I see.
a nectar of sorts, brought life to the area around it.
I see. I've seen nothing of the kind, but if you do find its whereabouts, I might be able to help with a bridge of communication to whoever could possess it or has found it.
The reason came
be good to-
here looking
Yes.
had disappeared from home about few months ago. Had
Indeed.
overheard others who were on outside of Vale.
Yes.
That one who had taken it was, they said, dealt with by members of a guild from a town called Leefside, and described the object similar to what
I
was
see.
looking for. So
I see.
may have ended up here.
Indeed. Well, I will keep my ear open, and I have yet to discuss this with a guild leader of mine yet. But when I see them, I'll bring this up. It's a priority of mine, I assure you. I
Yes.
apologize for lacking any answers.
Is alright. Have been told the guild leader that may know is not in today. So may need to
indeed.
linger for a time.
Indeed, these things happen. Well, if you need a place to stay, the guild hall is open to you. We have many places you could rest your head. Inside, we also have plenty of food. If you do partake of any vegetation, it will be in there. On the counter next to where the hearth is.
I do eat normally.
It's a maintained fire.
I
Okay.
do not have
I just hope the
requirement.
industrialized society of the mortals here does not upset either of you. I know our customs are a bit strange to what you might be used to with nature and all that.
It's not of much worry to me, although I know Elitri was a bit concerned about the potential of wastefulness with that which was taken from the surrounding forests.
Indeed.
I am hoping that they were at least replacing in some form what was taken. In that sense, I find it respect in its own kind.
Of course. I do my best to be respectful. I can't speak to everyone on that part, but it is not meant of ill will. I can assure you, Elitri. It's just the way they were born. It's the way they understand things. So it's all with hesitation that accusations should be put on anyone in a town like this, or a tribe. I don't know if that's the proper term. But we are a collective of people who are of a different understanding of the world than you might be. So I apologize if we do anything offensive. If you have any questions at all, you are more than free to find me, whether it be finding a place to rest for the night or just general questions at Leefside. And like I said, I'll keep my ear open. It's nice to meet you, ma'am.
And to you as well. It has been a nice time to see people again after so long. Feels like it has been a long time since had company.
Indeed.
So no metal flower.
Yes. I suppose the only other way to find anybody would be is if there have been any who have gone to the Vale.
There's a young half-elf in town. Her name is Lady Anastasia. For me, she's been a reliable source of information. You may have driven her out of the Vale this morning, but she is a good soul.
Small woman.
Yes.
Tall.
Yes. She may know things. She's been with the guild for a while, but I cannot guarantee anything.
I did not drive anybody out. The only one I had met upon...
Me.
When exiting was
I must go
one with
find-
the head wraps named Dahlia.
Oh, indeed, yes. She's received a few injuries in the past weeks. I have to go. It's been lovely to meet both of you. I will be about Leefside if you need someone to ask questions of. Thank you both.
Thank you. I suppose then, unless
She lives in Vale, near Vale.
Oh.
Brought little men. Told them to leave.
Ah. Are they the one who lives in the tent that was outside.
Yes.
I see.
Okay, so
I
when you
was
start walking,
curious who that might have
begin with your
been.
left foot. No, when you walk, regardless of the sword.
Too many metal men here. There.
It don't mean so much that someone's gonna try to kill you. I mean, the environment itself is pretty dangerous.
I suppose the one I would need to look for is that. This Anastasia. Ask them about the history. Perhaps. Although I do not know where I would begin to look for them. I only have a description to go off of. Oh, well, that is convenient. Miss Anastasia, that is your name, yes?
How do you know my name?
I was told it by the butler, Fabian, said you were one who has been with guild here a while. Perhaps may know of object I'm looking for. If is not problem, would like to ask about it unless are busy.
Not particularly. What are you looking for?
It was an object said to possibly have ended up here. Was from my home, Vale. Was a small metallic flower that behaved as if was alive, despite not being made of plant material. Had been taking care of it, then disappeared about a few months ago.
Did it have a name?
I am uncertain if it had a name. I had found it when lost, and then had been taking care of ever since found it.
If I showed you a replica, would you be able to recognize it?
Perhaps. I remember its appearance quite distinctly, yes.
What we do have isn't the real thing, but it looks exactly the same. If it is what you're looking for, then I know who you can speak to.
I presume it is this leader of the guild that was mentioned to me, who is not in
Probably.
today.
No. He's not around too often. Consider yourself lucky.
I would be considering of lucky if we're not needing to speak with them, perhaps for
Stats
this
amusingly doesn't change a lot with a shield
search.
either. Yeah, we should probably head over to the yard if we're gonna continue.
You said you were protecting it, right?
Yes, and then had to go away from it for a brief time. Upon return, it had vanished. Could not find any sign of where had gone to. But then had heard the story was stolen.
Did it never try to speak to you and convince you of doing horrible things?
Not that I can recall.
It's been nothing but a touch from it since we've run into it.
It had saved my life when was out and lost.
When was that? How long ago?
Is hard to say for certain. It has been a very, very long time.
Person behind the following.
Yes, pardon my intrusion. I didn't mean to speak.
With me, or...
In general, my entire life prior to coming here had been Vale and studying it.
Ah, I see.
Hello. Do you know if this door's locked?
It is not locked.
Okay, cool.
DM present. What can I do for you?
Oh, they got Jenna.
Oh, never mind.
Is that it?
It is. That is exactly what it is. But you said
It's
it
not
was
real.
only a replica. Perhaps they had...
That's what was publicly advertised for a while. It sort of was meant to be secret, but got out at some point. It's hidden away, the real one, and only Wolfric knows where it's at.
I see. I suppose then they are the one that I am looking for in this regard. But the ones spoke of it did not imply was... The ones who had taken it were, quote, dealt with the one who stole it originally.
Yes. They were using it to brainwash civilians to join their cause. They fell into the wrong hands. Very wrong.
I see. I cannot say that I am pleased that they used a gift such as that for such cruel purpose.
As said, destroyers.
I suppose I will need to speak with this Wolfric. The first time has been given name to otherwise nameless leader of guild. Is this the name that they gave to this? I did never know that it had a name. I just knew it as...
That's what he calls it.
Euphoria. It is a beautiful name for an object that was indeed a matter of beauty. Thank you for showing me. I at least now know that that I have found the right place so that I can inquire about it. I am assuming that if it is hidden, that it is not something that they wish to be putting back where they had found it.
It hurts people. It's dangerous now. I don't know what it was like when you last saw it, but...
I am confused.
Terrible.
I was not under the impression that it was a harmful thing. But then again, it seems that my impression of harmful is different, given their concern over where I had lived.
Perhaps Wolfric can fill you in when you get to speak to him then. He knows more about it than any of us.
Yes. That is all then. But thank you for pointing me in the right direction. I will not take up more of your time.
Actually, before you go,
Yes?
the timing of your arrival is somewhat interesting. I believe, in my growing up, I had escorted many free companies and parties into the Vale. And while I don't think I've ever seen you personally, I believe I may have seen them before. In distance, of course. However, I wished to ask if they are a guardian or companion of yours.
No, this is the first that we have met. I was never aware that there was another that lived anywhere in the vicinity. I have lived alone for... It has been many of years.
Want help, flower?
Certainly. Forgive if it seemed I was belittling your position. I was assuming. And I actually wish to ask for your blessing, in a way. I'm having a mask fashioned. A mask fashioned in your likeness. Something akin to your face, I suppose.
What?
Nature... As long as you didn't mind, I suppose.
If hunt or mask, then hunt.
Very well. Forgive me again for holding you up.
You are quite alright. It is good to be meeting so many people for the first time.
Was that whispering for me?
What? No. Huh?
Yeah.
What? No, I'm looking for honor, Marcel.
Do not like this.
Marcel, I think the last I saw me was in
Close.
by the beach.
I at least now know is
Cave by the beach.
somewhere here.
Yeah.
If nothing else would like understand why believe think is harmful or dangerous. Have never seen it as thing that is of danger. So I'm confused why is being said is harmful.
You say people see Vale
Sebastian!
dangerous.
That is my impression that I have gotten of several who have heard of my home. They have all reacted in a very similar way. They all were
If flower in
confused.
Vale, then also dangerous to people.
Hello again.
Perhaps. I know not. But I at least know need wait around for this Wolfric. Only one who can speak to the real one of this Euphoria.
Then, if okay, help.
I am perfectly willing to accept help in this matter. It's clear that I am dealing with a problem that is a matter of background, I think is best word for it. The things that I am used to are seen as danger for others. if able to clear up misunderstanding, then would be a good goal. I could have sworn I heard something behind me.
Yeah.
Something catches your perception.
Hmm?
You take a long inhale, and it's so familiar. That individual over there, just beyond the bench, white hair, ears, the whole thing. You can smell the veil on her. How peculiar.
Will not stay. Will reside in Vale.
I will likely do the same, but I was not aware that there was another who has visited before.
Someone?
No, it's just... I caught a whiff of something and I'm not entirely sure what.
Hello.
Hello?
You have the presence of the veil on you, but you do not look like one who lives there.
How do you...
I can smell it upon you. It is a mark
Come here, little
almost
one.
of sort.
They are discussing things of grave importance. You must come here.
So that's where that scent is coming from.
Not be afraid.
So you have been there?
Unintentionally, it seemed. But yes.
Many of you around.
I see.
Small.
Are you
Do not
perhaps
get in danger. If
concerned about this?
I be there.
I have heard many that are unsettled by
They are
such
what are known as
displays.
dust bunnies. They are made of different things that you
was-
can find on the ground. This one is made of my shoe dust.
Concerning for a time, and then... I don't... How do I best phrase this?
I do not like metal men.
It is
Little
a
one.
place that I have never been in before.
Too
Do
curious
not
for their own
speak
good.
common. There is only
It is
one
a
person
shame,
in town who
given
can
how
speak
many
to them.
Spoken of it fearfully, but it is such a comforting place, at least for myself.
Pretty.
You live in the Vale.
Yes. It is my
Pantera Pretty.
I have been there for some time. I am quite familiar with its
Panther?
feeling. And while it had taken me a
I
moment,
see.
it had occurred to me that that feeling is around you as well. I thought perhaps was one of kindred in spirit.
Like these things. Friendly beast. Me like.
I have found them enjoyable as well. Although I have been told if they have rolled in glass are a bit scary.
Yeah. I will say, though, that since that day, I've been feeling strange, to say the least.
Strange. Are you
Hmm.
hurt?
Not hurt, no, it's just... It feels like... How's the best way to describe this? Like something is calling to me.
Calling?
Hmm.
I see.
Though I don't know if that's something that's meant to happen or not. The people I've spoken to have seemed to be, well, confused of the fact that I have that feeling.
Would you like me to perhaps analyze? If you are close by, I have a specialty in a type of analysis. Is one have been studying, was reason lived there. But
I mean,
can understand what surrounds you if is only for sake of knowing what you are feeling, if is natural or not.
I mean, if that is something you could potentially determine, then
it is
I don't see why not.
It is worth a try. If you would like to, I think would be disruptive if doing in center of this town. Can take you there. Will not go in there. Will just be nearby. Is for sake of reaching to familiarity.
Do you know
am I
anything
gonna
about
be able to pay
I never
cheaper?
got to ask this question. Are you new to town?
Can I pay cheaper for the rent tonight?
Newish.
Why?
Because my friend is
people's
sick,
general opinions.
and we're
Public
having a
opinion
hard
is
time
helpful
getting
when I have
funds.
to make choices.
They haven't had a chance
Or
to search up their
inquiries
merchant
regarding
stuff
the
yet.
other guards. If you have any concerns, I'll be welcome to hear them.
How cheap?
I am quite a little bit occupied at the moment, but
4 silver?
Understood.
What?
You enjoy the rest of your afternoon. I think I should get her a pair of shoes.
That's right.
did she? What happened? I just heard a sound and I don't know what happened.
I think that's just her sniffing. I'm not very sure.
I
She's trying
think
to
they are sneezing.
Ah.
I am uncertain.
Right.
I see.
Yeah, that'll happen. Just don't bother them.
Very well.
Enjoy your day.
Yes, if you would like to follow. Yes.
Apparently the
Can I
crystals
listen to
explode,
the egg once?
so I couldn't eat them.
Well, that's interesting.
Snowbell, you know that you can't.
Just once. Just once.
I know that you really want to, and I know that it's really hard for you right now.
That is now fourth mention I have heard of this egg that sings.
Yeah, I'm not sure myself either. I've heard some weird things about it.
I was told immediately upon entering town if anybody talking about egg or song that egg sings, not to look too deep into it. Said was some kind of curse.
Something like that, yeah. I heard the more that you listen to it, it makes you more, like it drives you insane or something.
Which is more reason want to look at, is part of study. If is an item of corruption, perhaps can make safe. But yes, as long as he is just out here, out of way, can cast without causing worry to those nearby. I presume if it's anything like how memory distant feels, that magic without in open place tends to cause people concern.
We'll be close.
Ye.
Watching. Always.
Gonna ping for this.
I'm changing my things as well.
DM present. What can I do for
Hello.
you?
So, I have been told a bit about their strange feelings about the Vale, and as one who's lived there, and also with the proficiency she has in mana scanning, because she felt the presence of it around them, she's going to see if she can try to identify anything about what's clinging to them, basically.
Give me about a moment.
Okay. This may take a bit of time. It's a gradual process. Should not feel discomforting, no? Need to be able to get a sense of the mana that is a part of you and separate it from that which is not of you.
You work your magic. You're proficient in several forms of scanning, and you're looking for something specific. You feel something.
Yes. There. That marking. That is not of your mana, but a familiar
You sit here.
presence.
It is indeed a familiar presence, and you've seen this actually a couple times with the limited interactions that you've had with people outside of the Vale who venture in. They had inhaled the gas of the Vale. And that gas, the fog, is something that causes confusion and strange memories to reemerge. She ventured too far without the proficiency of knowing exactly what the Vale is capable of. You'd argue it's a mistake. But could be something else.
Could she at all attempt to try to pull that from them with her other ability? See if that clears up their thoughts much.
What is your ability once again?
The Dispel Corruption, if she understands the nature of what it is that she is looking at, she is able to...
Due to the fact that the Vale is technically a curse, and the fog amongst it is, well, a product of that. With just a little bit of your energy, you're able to minimize the effects.
Alright.
But next time that they venture into the Vale, it would be wise to have somebody who knows how to traverse it.
Understood. In that case, I think I can do it from here. It does appear that there is the effect that I've seen in others who have traveled in there without, I guess, being attuned to it in one way. It is one that I have been studying among the others that I have found there. I am still working my understanding, but if these effects that you do not feel belong to you are causing distress, I could try to alleviate them, so long as you do not go in there by yourself without one who is attuned.
If you're able to do so, then I will not say no.
Very well. Presence not of the swan before me. Be separated and return whence you came. I can feel it is not fully separated, but this one being similar to what I know most, it should be lessened a bit. But should you wish to travel there again, I would recommend a caution. Aside from myself, I have never met one who has entered that place and left quite the same.
There is one in town who actually visits there regularly.
I might have met them. If you have the name.
Amaris?
Amaris. That is not the name that I am familiar with, but I do not know either if the Vale is large. It is expansive. It is entirely possible for one to go there without necessarily meeting another, even if they are in at the same time. And I lived quite deep in there. His first time seeing anyone for is blurry. I feel like was time before that, but feels very distant.
You mean as in the time before the Vale happened?
No. Vale has been veiled for as long as been alive. But feel like was time before Vale was home. But feels very distant. But if he's been afflicting you in this way, I hope that this lessens the strain upon you.
Big as shit ogre is what
I
you
don't
are.
want
I hope so as
it
well.
to
I think there's a compliment or appreciating.
be something
Not
that
way,
is hurting you.
Hey ladies, or usual newcomer. Not seen you around here, they good?
I believe so, yes. They are
Well,
from nearby as well. I will not speak for them, no.
What the hell is?
From
I mean,
Zoo.
Of course. I mean, by all means. Welcome. Welcome to the little town of Leefside. By all means, feel yourself quite welcome. I was just unexpected to see a person of that disposition to be in town. You know, I mean, we already have one person who wears antlers in town. Last thing we want to do is make her jealous. But by all means, good to have you. If I can get you anything, name's. Oh, those are actually those are actually attached. Oh, by all means, even better.
This where?
Right, okay. Well, pardon me for assuming, by all means. Still, though, welcome to Leefside. Do find yourself welcome and enjoy your stay. If you need anything, Bing, town blacksmith. Anything specifically need to be crafted to your liking, feel free to reach out to me.
Delani.
It appears that they have also gotten a headache now. How unfortunate.
It seems like headaches have been taking a lot of people today.
So it would seem.
They're quite common around here. You stay long enough, you'll eventually get them yourself.
I hope not.
I've already experienced two this
I am
morning.
not fond of such pains. But that said, if you are seeking to enter such a place, I am looking for ways to be helpful to those nearby while I am briefly visiting. I have, it appears, business with the leader of the guild here by the name of Wulfric. They have knowledge on an object that I seek, and I now know it to be here for certain.
I don't necessarily plan to go inside the Vale anytime soon, that's for sure. It was honestly an accident I even stumbled in there in the first place.
I suppose it is making sense. I do not believe most go there with intent. I don't believe I was of an intent either.
The clearer the better.
But I stayed.
Hey,
So,
what happened to the dog?
There's a dog.
I like. Oh. Hey, I found the dog.
So then what really brings you here aside from this
wait a second.
artifact you're looking for?
honestly,
Last time I saw you, you were
that is really all it is.
What happened?
I have watched
bandages.
over it for
Oh.
what feels like a very long time. And it is
Very volatile. I knew
very important to me.
stupid. I should have stopped when I felt the drawback.
It had done a lot
Sometimes it just
for
gets a little.
me,
You need a little more oomph, you
and
know?
yet the one who told me
I guess that was
definitively that it is here spoke of it as if it was a harmful object,
I guess.
and I am
Well, Kai, don't
confused
don't
by
like that. That
this.
actually made me worry. I thought you were gonna die or something.
It does not make sense to
Yeah, I
me.
had worse. You see, like, his torso is already filled with scars.
An assumption based on what they do not understand, perhaps.
His own scars shut.
I do not know for certain.
Oh, hey, look, the dog. Come here. Come here. Come here, little one.
Is that dog glad?
Come on.
All I know is that I have felt incomplete since its disappearance from my side.
It's not gonna hurt you.
The brown with like a black blob on
You're
his
so
face.
cute.
So someone was able to go into the Vale and take it from you.
Is he a green blob?
Yes, although it seems the one who did that is been dealt with by people from here.
I know.
And it seemed that that which I was looking for was taken back to here. That they were using it
I see.
to hurt people.
Do you have an owner?
I did not believe that such a thing could be used to hurt others, but
Remember, Leia.
I suppose those with a cruel heart can do many things of harmful nature.
That is the one, by the way.
But he's alone. Just like us, if you think about it.
The one
And
with
the green hair with the antlers.
Ah, yes. I had spoken with them briefly.
Just so then someone
Hmm.
else knows.
Yeah.
You can take care of it.
I'll just be
Oh, don't worry, little doggy. This is fun.
We'll let you have fun with the dog. We're gonna get
Good luck with the dog.
All right.
yeah. Grab my load.
But I've kind of I forgot about you being blind for a second. That black blob is like that black blob is like
Make it very fluffy.
nightmare.
See, it's fluff. It's not fat. I guess.
But I suppose then I can ask the same question, although it is clear you did not intend to come to the Vale. You did intend to come here, presumably.
I think it's fluff. I'm not sure about it. All things considered.
Yeah.
It doesn't really agree with you, does it?
Chasing down a rumor.
Ah, in that sense we are one and the same then, although of different rumors.
Yeah. Looking for someone, honestly. I don't know if they're here or not. And I don't have a whole lot of information to go by.
I doubt that I would be able to be of much help given my isolation for my studies.
I read once in a book about this weird mage called. Okay, it's a reference to a mage.
It's quite alright, though.
But that is
As you
I'll
had
figure it out
said,
eventually.
that magic I
like a lot of
used
hair, right?
is what I studied
Alright, maybe
and
not
practiced
that.
while living out there.
It looks like ginger.
It is a desire to understand and excise what some could consider corruption from
Alright, let's see.
things. I had only ever gotten to practice this on objects. You are the first one been able to help that is person.
Let's follow it, come on.
So likely is not as effective as could be. In which case, I'm sorry.
I mean, any help is worth it, at least. Well, who knows? Maybe it did do the trick. I guess we'll find out.
I suppose we'll have to find out. Only way to really know would be if near it again, if feeling calm. But you have expressed lack of wish to go back So am not implying should disregard and go anyways. Am well aware.
Unless I have a very good reason to go back.
Am willing act as guide if need be, if I'm still here. I'm hoping once get a chance to talk to this Wolfric that can clear up misunderstanding about they call it apparently the Euphoria. Never gave it name, but they were insistent was danger. I disagree, but it is clear that we'll only be able to know if can speak to them directly.
Well, hopefully those talks go well then.
I am of hoping as well. Yes. This one here with me, Iritri, wishes to help me in that effort. It is a nice feeling, given that we have only just have met. It is a meeting of good for such things. We are different yet alike in own ways.
I have slept very little. Apparently the egg is full of ghosts, and if you open it, they can leave.
I don't know. You're gonna have to take that up with them then, if you want to talk about that.
That's what they told me. That's not what I...
We kind of knew that already. What a thing! You got stepped on. What was that about?
I have shit.
That girl was such a weirdo.
Yeah, there's a lot of
But yes,
you need to get taken care of.
I still overhear this speak of this egg. Wish could be allowed to see if is similar kind of affliction to how something from outside affecting you perhaps could help understand nature of it. I'm not worried about if our other effect is part of process. Need to understand what exists before can define what is the basis of the study of understanding nature of corruption. You cannot fix what you do not know. So I have learned much in way is benefit to live.
I'm so happy you
deeply
decided to do that
familiar
and that
with
informed me.
it and
You were busy fighting crab. I thought you were gonna have crab for lunch. Do you want to go get lunch?
still better off for it. Am uncertain. It's
Head
been
over here, you can buy a sandwich.
long enough. Cannot really remember
whatever else you
when
want.
started.
I don't know, it's your money, spend it how you want.
I have memories like that. I have lived a very long time. And even now, I have memories that surface, and I'm not entirely sure when they happened. Just that they did.
I cannot say with certainty. Is matter of, how do you say, lost track of time. Not completely certain how long has been. But
I know that feeling all too well.
But am not of concern about it. I'm feeling fine, all things considered.
I've had instances like that. One day I'm going around, traveling. Next thing I realize, 3 years have passed. Wondering what the heck happened. That's why I keep things written down in a book. Helps me to remember. Helps me to preserve things.
I see. I do not have similar system. Had nobody write for, so memory in memory. Not that there is much that happened. Very uneventful life. Watching over Euphoria.
For later, but okay.
No, I got some more in my bunk. I didn't take all my money. I learned from the other day.
Smart.
Was
Justin never found? Justin was found. He was down there. He knows the situation.
Much in the way that you practice your magic.
If you open it, the ghost can leave.
I'm always striving to learn and practice mine.
Talking about. Oh. Too much to say, that was the situation.
Do you have a particular focus, like how I focus on study of external influences?
You could say that. Around us, you will feel the winds pick up, swirling gently around the two of us.
I feel we are incredibly
Hello,
The wind is my study.
Maybe step on again.
The wind.
I hurt me.
Yes.
In fact, when it comes to the brain, you don't put too much pressure.
What does one do with the wind, I wonder?
Be safe. Dangerous, maybe.
There is a place in this world, a region known as Astana. It is there where the Gate of Wind is located.
What is wrong?
It is a place that is constantly buffeted, tempered by the winds.
I follow.
Those of us who are born there, we have a stronger pull to learn that type of magic. Thus, in my case, it became my field of study. So I learned how to manipulate it, create wind where none is.
I see.
From a gentle breeze to a roaring storm.
Yesterday, though, so
yeah. Okay. Well, if you have an interest, everyone in the guardhouses to know this, make sure your fellow soldiers do.
I see.
Be only fair. And it would also very much help because you are the only ones allowed to run for head guard at your town, and you'll have to work very closely with the magistrates and the mayor and people in town like that. So
I should probably let that one know that I've
fantastic, closer.
found what I seek in a sense, but that I need to ensure that I have words with
We
the
must have met because your name sounded mighty familiar.
with the one known as Wolfric.
Yes, I'm captain of the guard of the capital of
Hmm.
Japan. How are you doing?
For they are the only one who will have the knowledge on the real version
I'm good.
of what
So I'm just informing the fellow guards here that
have
all of them are allowed
taken
to
care
run
of.
for the election for head guard in their
Well, then I wish you
house.
luck.
Acting magistrate. Do you know that we're also
I do not
interested in
believe I have
passing on
ever
for more
heard
than
how
one
to refer to you.
matters get a bit complicated.
I
Jasmine,
have not been aware, as
like the
far as I'm
flower.
aware, or as far as I've been told, elections
A
are only
pleasant
for captains
name,
for the time
very
being, so that is what
soft
I have,
on the tongue.
decided to throw my hat into on the off chance.
I believe they called me Elisande once.
Sure.
Yes,
As far as I know,
Elisande.
there's like elections for magistrates, like.
Well, then it is a pleasure to meet you, Elisande.
Of course.
Hmm.
Yes, there are
Must
5
go
positions in
to
the
Vale.
office. There is mayor,
Is there a
secretary,
problem?
treasurer, head guard, and magistrate.
Just want out town.
Any one of those
Understood.
Out Leefside.
I will come
I know that magistrate
to
guards
see
are
you later
gonna be
then.
working closely. I don't know
I
if
feel
he's
that I
spot
will
on
be
about
of
the
more comfort
guard
if
being a
I
magistrate, but
rest out
I
there
think they'll have a
until
hand
I
in
am
say as much
more
as the rest
certain
town
of
does.
how long stay here will be.
Are you a guard? So,
yes.
Oh,
See you soon.
Goodbye, friend.
Mr. Gibson, Phelan Gibson, head guard of the Wardens.
They are an interesting
Okay,
one.
that makes sense. That makes a lot
They
of
also found
They really
themselves of comfort entering Vale,
I haven't seen you around any
was
activity
not
to know just about all that's going on.
fearful
I know
of
all
it,
about Leefside. I've been here about 5 years.
and are not carrying
The background.
same cloud around like how you did. Did not feel unnatural.
Definitely a very unique position for a guard for a town.
How interesting.
Perhaps is similar to self in way,
Right. Okay. Well,
but
just do let your
cannot
fellow
say
guards know if they're
certain.
not aware that they are all
Would need
they
to
all have permission to run.
study them too,
course. Just make
with
okay.
permissions.
Let's see. We need to find one of the candidates.
But they seemed to be looking for it.
So something you needed?
I was watching. Hi. Have you seen any of the mayoral candidates walking about the place?
I think it's in there.
I do not believe that they speak our language.
Well, it might be in there. Actually, not.
I
No,
do.
there's one over there, I believe.
Oh, there is one. Yes, I have to inform him of something actually. Thank you, sir. What was your name?
Excuse me. My name is Roderick,
I agree.
but I should
Who all is
probably...
running?
Wait, where did he go? Uh-oh.
Thank you, Roderick. I can track him down.
Well, should we, you want another patrol or something?
Are you looking for on a
No,
stage?
citizen here?
It looks that the cafe has calmed down. So if you wanted food, you would be able to do that now.
Very hungry, yes.
I would not. Know off the top of
Yeah,
my head.
doing a patrol lap was to give enough time
I
for
need to
things to
speak to
calm
Lady
down.
Amaris about the same thing, but I want you to know because
Amaris
I
is
want all
there.
of you know. Thank you, Snowbear.
Where is she? What the fuck? There.
Well, actually, can you stick with me, and I'm gonna go get Amaris. Who is also running? It's Kobe. Would you be able to tell Kobe anything I have to say? Okay. Let's go get Lady Amaris. Where'd she go?
I was on patrol. It's gonna be a late lunch.
That one was cinnamon too. That's just unfortunate.
And now they find themselves covered in cinnamon again.
Oh, that's gonna smell.
Very unfortunate for them.
Sometime.
That name sounds familiar. I'm still rather new at general store.
Big black hat, glasses, black lipstick, veil over it.
If you were to be making more of a presentation of yourself as a candidate of the mayor. I don't know how many of the office positions are actually like that.
She might be able to find a use for you better than I can. She actually knows the thing that she
They seem to be quite busy of themselves.
Individuals inside the barracks underneath examining the egg. Was that something that was cleared?
I am aware that there was stuff with the egg going on. I am aware that there are ghosts in it. And that they leave if you open it. Are people fucking with the egg? Are they like...
I don't know. That is an answered question.
Okay, I'm gonna go start hollering.
I'm gonna holler too.
You can see why I'm concerned.
For context, I was talking earlier about getting the town together to...
You're attempting to communicate with this little one here.
All your texts are like pitch black.
She's gorgeous.
What? Is that like that for you too?
Speak to her.
It does look like bread.
I mean, like you still have your white, you still have your white texture, but your blue is now black.
But he looks kind of.
Is that?
Do they look fine to me, or is it just me?
Yes, they look fine to me.
You tried blinking really hard.
I've just met them.
No, they look white to me. It's no blue or anything like that.
No, their skin.
No, my skin's
They look as usual, normal as usual.
It may be a matter of lighting.
My carapace is black. It's probably just lighting.
Something of that nature.
Maybe. Anyway,
this is again another speaking of this egg that sings that people have been saying to not mess with.
Yes, those people have been associated with the egg. They know how to handle
Yes.
the egg.
Do you have a history or insight on this object? I know has been something people not want to ask about or discuss, but is a reason for asking.
He's currently retired.
I'm not at liberty to ask the details, but suffice to say, it is an extremely dangerous object.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Vincent.
It is. Whatever the case is, if you happen to come in contact with it or be near it, keep your distance and do not interact with it, nor do try to open it up.
Yes, I am aware.
There are many complications involved with that.
Some have called it cursed. Now I'm hearing has ghosts open up and leave. But reason for ask is, if not egg itself, if there are ones who are suffering problem from this singing egg. I'm a studier of varying types of magic corruptions. May be able to discern nature of problem on them and perhaps attempt fix. I study and break down said corruptions. I'm working on similar for curses.
If it is the case, then...
But it would require understanding of nature of problem, both on person and perhaps on object. If are worried about... Some seem to be confused by fact live in Vale. Perhaps may be able to analyze without as much problem. Is only theory. based off of limited knowledge of this singing egg.
Very well. If you do want to volunteer yourself in assistance to help discover about this, I am fine as far as sharing the information in the capacity that I am then.
If there are ones wishing to provide information, or perhaps if they know are feeling effects of this item, I can attempt to perform my scanning upon them and see if I can discern anything of its nature. Although, admittedly, compared to Touch of Vale, may be less clear without seeing the object first. But I will do what I can if am allowed. Wish to be of assistance to people here while awaiting audience with this one named Wulfric, who knows of the item I came here to locate.
Very well. I'm reticent as far as able to produce the item itself, but I can provide information as far as what it's done so far.
Very well.
This
if wish to talk
egg
somewhere
itself
more
seems
private,
to be...
so am not in open around others who not wish to speak to about. I do not wish to spread information not for spreading.
Of course. From what I can gather, what we've discovered at the very least, is a cursed object. Specifically, it seems to be harboring some sort of spirit, corrupted of some nature. It takes the form of a young woman. If the box is opened, a projection emits of a young woman crying. It seems harmless at first. The first sign of hearing this noise, it sounds like a noxious, loud, ear-splitting noise. However,
that does not sound
upon
like
listening to it,
singing. That sounds to be of most unpleasant.
It's like the shrill. It's like the maiming of a cow in a sense when I heard it. That's horrid. Unfortunately, the thing about it is, if you tend to listen to it a second time or have extended period with it as a follow-up, it appears to be a harmonious chorus, something that's soothing, quite the opposite of what was heard before.
I see.
Sorry about that. Did you need me for something? What was it? Sorry, I was distracted by something.
Sorry, we were trying to attend to things that happened in the past and trying to follow up with appropriate actions. And since you have reported a break-in to the thing, it would have been appropriate. We thought it would be appropriate if we would try to search the premises and see if we could find evidence of who might have tried to break in.
That's fair. I did the same, however. It's not necessary, but I don't mind one of you, Jew, maybe even, coming inside with me around.
Of course.
But, I'll let you finish the conversation. I'll just be over there.
Very well, thank you.
Yes, that is your guard captain. Yes, I believe that was who they introduced themselves as.
Yes, presently acting captain.
Hmm.
Until when the formally is found.
Understood. But yes, so changes from shrill sound of dying to sound of pleasantness.
Yes. It sounds, from what I've heard from reports, entrancing, soothing. It starts out light, but it seems the more the people are exposed to it, the more it is haunting them. And they can hear it even when the egg is even present. It's as if they're drawn to the egg.
I see. This sounds very much like affliction not wanted. Would be more than happy to attempt study, see if can understand nature of effect, perhaps provide some degree of relief for those having this problem of madness of the mind. One who had entered Vale had mark of it on their aura. Said was having strange feelings about it. Am very familiar with its presence given live there for a long time. Was able to partially remove its touch upon them, although is not complete, is due to lack of practice upon people in this art. Have only done so for objects, but if can provide some degree of clarity, then field would be hopefully welcomed by those who are influenced by this song.
I would very much appreciate that. There's a great many people who are suffering under it. If you wish to interact with it, approach acting Magistrate Terry and any other gods as well as that you have spoken if you deem interest. Speak to them first before you want to interact with the object. And do not open it.
If I'm able
From what I
to,
remember.
may be able to do some form of analysis without needing object active. Although if need to, we'll discuss what come of it after any finding. But have met this Magister Terry. Will tell them and can say had spoken to you about this.
Eva Ashram.
Eva. Understood. The name recalled is Elisande. So, may call me Elisande.
Very well. 'Tis a pleasure, Elisande.
I hope to be of some helpfulness while I'm here. I'm not sure how long. Was only here with intent for finding object of seeking, but may be more complicated issue than that based off of one who told me it is here for certain. But we'll go look for this for Terry. Will not hold you up from performing work.
I'm just gonna accompany her. I don't know if you wanna come along. Here? Great. Guess you disappeared. Go on in.
I'll need to find Magistrate Terry. speak to. Also is this one I need to inform. Didn't enough speak.
I did recognize the haircut. I wasn't sure if I used that. But
Good. Good for him.
Well, the hope is to overall strengthen him.
Hello, Magistrate
Hello.
Terry.
Yes, that's me.
I have matter of speaking to if have moment.
Don't think we
have.
Yes, what do you need?
I ask forgiveness for the matter of prying. Had been consistently hearing the stories of singing egg. Had asked details because of background in studies. Have potential offer to help those who are being made affected by this egg's song.
You can help people that are being affected by it?
I am one who study art of analyzing and breaking down magical corruptions in objects, and have recently found that said magics work upon peoples who have external magics acting upon them, but need to be able to understand nature of what is trying to be separated from other. So in order to do so would need to understand nature of object itself, have means to do scanning of magical nature, but could with any understanding.
Right now, the egg is gone. It is teleported, in fact. But the person who seems to be leading the charge on researching it is the lady with the big black hat and the veil and the circle glasses. So if we find it again, it'll probably end up in her hands, and she's the one to ask.
I will inquire with them if find them, have seen them around. But am offering wish to provide relief to those suffering effects if able. May not be complete aid, but may
those suffering the effects right now are Blake, who is currently in the library. He's dressed in a sleek black suit, reddish hair, has a scar on his face. The other one is Snowbell, little bunny lady.
Oh,
rabbit ears.
I saw them right over there a moment ago. Yes.
Yes, they are heavily affected by it, and incredibly protective of it. So maybe having some kind of relief. I would not mention the fact what you are relieving, because she seems to be very attached to the way the egg makes her feel.
Well,
so try to do it subtly.
Cannot say for certain that would be able to find determine full nature of effect if starting with persons, although if they are heavily affected, we'll start with them.
Blake apparently has an issue right now where he cannot eat anything other than raw fish and can only drink seawater. Are you able to fix that?
I can perhaps take a look upon them and see if there is effect that is acting upon them. If so, can take an effort to understand and break down said effect. Yes.
Okay. Right now, Blake is in the library of the guild. Last I checked. If you don't know, you can just walk in there. No one's gonna stop you.
I have gone in there. Yes.
All right. He's in there right now. Last I checked, and hopefully maybe you can sort them out. Otherwise, yes, Snowbell.
I will speak to them if
there's Astrid
can
now.
be. Yes.
There's the egg person.
Ah, I see.
Hello.
Understood.
Have another egg helper who wants to help with the egg.
What's going on with the egg now?
They
Had
want to help
heard
with it.
the-
Oh, but it's vanished.
Had heard the story of what this egg does. Am one who studies magical corruptions upon people and objects. And how
Go check
to
the guard
break
barracks.
them
They're
down.
probably in there.
Well,
No, the egg is gone.
Yes, apparently it has now no longer can just
All of
sing,
the lights
but
turned
also
out.
teleports.
Yeah, all the
teleported
lights
for a
went
while,
out.
apparently.
Yeah. All the lights
Question.
went out, apparently. Hmm?
Where's Blake?
Blake is in the library. I went to him. Does not have the egg.
She's probably just
She
hiding
might
it.
have the egg.
Snowbell, do you have the egg?
I'd like to.
She doesn't have the egg.
That is a matter of honesty, because I had heard them asking to listen to it from the captain of the
I don't
guard.
think Blake has the egg.
Wait, who's the captain of the
What I
guard?
understand.
Acting, well, the
Justin?
one who is acting as captain, they had introduced themselves as such. Yes, the one.
Yes,
Justin.
Justin.
Ah, Justin. Okay, yes. Okay.
They told them
Well,
no.
Now
They
let
could,
me listen to it.
but
Bad for you.
Look,
I suppose then
it's not a
if-
good idea for you to listen to it.
If egg is
not a good idea to listen to
if
it.
egg is missing, what does it look like in case come across it?
Okay, egg shape. It's got golden, intricate lines on it. It's like it looks kind of rusted. I don't know if it's got like an auburn base to it, but I think it does. It might not be. I might be incorrect on that.
Understood. Actually,
Just don't open it.
yes, have been
It's not
told.
a good idea to.
Should ask this Terry where was last located. Perhaps if his teleport
The
might
barracks.
have trail of mana from where was once to where is now.
The barracks.
Hmm.
You can go
Yes.
test there.
But I do not wish to invite self in. By the way, have confirmed with another named Anastasia. Item looking for is in guild. Need to speak to Wolfric about real one. Was shown.
We do, and you're welcome to as well approach him about the conversation. Okay, grand. I'm glad you've been informed.
But yes, wanted to inform you. Need speak with them earliest convenience.
Of course. I understand.
Thank you for
No,
help
of course.
in matter.
That's true or not.
That's what I'm here for, man.
Yep, that sounds about right. I've stayed as far away from this thing as possible. I know the least about it, but Snowbell is obsessed with it.
Actually, since I am now having an idea, which building is the barracks?
For the guards, it'd be that one.
Ah, thank you.
My accent is changing, but I'm rolling with it.
One second. I need to check something on the lore. So I need to put up the BRB screen real quick. I need to confirm if I'm losing my mind about something that I can do. Or well, I need to check if it is something I can do.
You need something, miss?
Yes, was going to ask one of, I guess, your people if could have entrance into barracks where this egg was last located. I know he's
terms
gone,
of-
but wanting to see place where last was may potentially be able to find
I'll
direction
make
that
that
it
call.
had gone.
I'm not purviewous to this magic stuff, so I'll give you temporary access for now, since I don't. Everybody else is split up. It'll take too long.
I appreciate your assistance in matter.
To your right, down the stairs.
Okay. He's down here.
I don't know. I mean, my immediate thought just goes to he probably
That
doesn't
table,
talk to
apparently.
other people simply because
Understood.
his time is valuable.
Thank you. I hope I'm not intruding on anything.
No, of course not. No, we're just waiting for a situation to get back to us.
Well, they're curious if they can
Hopefully.
find out a direction of where it went, so they'll see how this works.
Are you
Oh,
also
well then-
investigating the egg? And its
Yeah.
vanishing. I see.
I guess I should ask you if this is a separate issue.
Then if
Assuming
you're
you're
able
new
to
to
see
town,
where it went,
An inquiry.
I'm
About Miss
if it's assuming that it is magical nature
Well,
of
left as a group
teleport may
earlier,
see
and she came back with
trace
bruising, and she
of
doesn't
direction
really want to
that
say
it had gone off to.
what happened, and it was an accident. But I need those
Will-
details to make sure that accident doesn't happen again.
Certainly,
So,
I can
context
try.
over.
Sir, I can very much attest to you, although I am new and I understand you not to trust me. Upon our leaving to that cave and returning from that cave, she was never touched, grabbed, or held in any way that would leave behind those wounds.
Well, she did state it wasn't you, but since you were with
I
a
will-
group of them that went somewhere, I wanted to
Yes,
inquire.
everyone a part of that group, none of them even laid a hand on her. There's a good chance she would have already had those injuries and must have been masking them.
Well, they were
If
weren't
I-
on her when she left town.
Well, exactly. She would have masked them. She probably wouldn't want people to see them. As someone who's had wounds like that, you don't exactly want everyone to stare at you.
Yes, speaking
magic
of truth,
problems.
yes.
I wouldn't.
Well, if that was the case, then we have some other problems to deal with of the non-corporeal kind.
Possibly, but if she doesn't wish to discuss them, it's going to be tough to push your case. I'd allow her to naturally find
Time,
the confidence
yes.
to push for it, of course.
Is there someone new? Who would this be? The injuries.
Oh, I'm forgetting her name. She has the halo horns. It's very pink.
Halo?
Oh,
yeah.
Paler pink than you.
Oh, I have seen that person from distance, but
I'm
I've
not
not
pink.
spoken to them.
For fuck's sake. Why is it the second person that said that?
I mean, what color
I'm
would
just
you
a light
describe
purple
it as?
compared to other dark elves.
To
light
the common eye, someone would see you as pink.
It is matter of
Not saying
lighting,
you are.
I would
pale,
say,
yes.
in here.
That is true as well.
I'm just pale. That's it.
It's not really much of
You're-
lighting down here anyway.
You're a very lovely shade of purple.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
But while
So, you said you're from the Vale.
Yes, it is place of home, yes.
Understood. I must say, you definitely do look exotic. I mean that in the kindest way I can.
I am
The
taking
plants adorn you quite well.
I am taking it of the positive sense, yes.
I'm glad to hear. What is your name, if you mind asking?
The name I recall is Elisande.
Yes. So I was informed that the egg teleported away. With the proficiency, the level of proficiency she has at mana scanning, is she able to potentially discern a direction that it had teleported off to? Not necessarily location, but a direction.
What is your proficiency in mana scanning?
Intermediate.
Intermediate. Okay, give me a second.
Yeah.
Continue. I will let you know.
Alright. But before
is easier to do more recent it is. I don't know how long it has been absent, but we'll see if anything linger in area related to its departure.
It's only been a couple of minutes.
If only been few minutes,
Maybe you could
then,
tell something current.
Then that would be...
Hopefully it's not moving.
It's hard to say. We will find out what lingers from its presence.
What are you trying to do right now?
Determine the direction that it had teleported away to, not necessarily location, unless she's able to, but at minimum, the
And
direction.
this object is
The egg? Yeah, the egg.
That's a stack of books. The egg teleported over from here.
That fucking thing.
The thing. Egg.
I guess welcome to Leefside. It's always
It has been an interesting...
You feel an
day.
absence of
Every single
mana.
time.
As if the air around here has been sucked dry of the ambient mana that exists within the world.
Strange.
Like a thinness.
That is... unusual. If it is something that is a teleporting, then it would normally be a form of magic, but around here it is as if this place is devoid of mana entirely. Or at least...
That's
drained.
the second time I've heard that.
Wait a minute.
Ayla said she was drained from magic when she held on to it.
Is there a,
Yeah.
a gradient of that emptiness? By any chance?
There is a gradient of that emptiness.
Teleport.
It's kind of a sphere. And it's centered here. And
Understood.
it radiates out from this point. This is where the mana is the weakest.
And that was where it was.
You said there's a voidness still there, yes?
Yes, the void is most present right about here. Was that what it was?
Kind of. When I examined it, it was also a void. Elusive,
you're not-
if I wipe my hand, is it still there?
It's not still there.
Okay. Thank God. I would be fucking angry in character.
I was about to ask.
No, I had the exact same thought I think you did. I was going to be so angry.
I'm still running off my running theory that it must have returned back to its owner. At least what I was told, whenever he had thrown it into the water, it found its way back to him. So
Both of
possibly
you can
that person
sense
might have...
something else. On these two here, you can sense a sort of magical ambiance. I suppose we would put it like a magical dust, like radiation.
That's it. Did either of you two handle this egg? There is a lingering presence on you that I could feel
We've been
nearby.
touching it all day.
I haven't touched it yet today.
You have been touching. Have you? Was it opened by either of you, or in the vicinity?
No, I hadn't yet.
Well, seeing as there is
On the ground, you can see dust. It's highlighted magically for you. For those of you who can see magic, and against the wall.
It trails up along onto the wall right about here.
Does.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I see it now too.
As they stand, you see it wash off them, like dust being shaken off their shoulder and out of their hair.
My goodness. It is practically falling off of you at this point. There is a
whatever you were doing with it has left a residue of magic upon you. Which then is to say
Could
that...
it be the book? When we're messing with the
Yeah.
book and then the wind.
The book.
And it went that way.
Yes, it goes
Probably the
along
book
wall.
itself is.
So the ash from the book itself was magical.
What is this book you are speaking of? Is it related to the...
Yes, it was a book about the original work in the original writings of one Meyer about his last play he was ever going to put on. But he slowly went mad, and it went from a play to a meta play talking about the play itself as if breaking...
As if falling to madness?
And then he slowly it turned into a diary, talking about himself.
I see.
And then in the middle of it, there's a song that is eerily similar to what the egg plays when played. And then at the end, there is instructions of how to make a skull violin.
Interesting. Now, what was done with the book that there is a trail of it up onto the wall here?
We didn't initially detect anything magical with it, so we assumed it was just a book. I honestly should have immediately assumed otherwise.
The way the magic is flowing.
That was stupid, given how it appeared.
Dark,
I took out the blueprint page to make sure the people affected by the egg didn't get it, and start killing people to make this violin. And then it dusted, turned to ash, and a wind blew at us in this direction, at the wall.
And then it sounded like someone else was in the room with us.
All of the candles went
Two
out.
of you might want to be a little bit cautious of the upcoming moments. The magic around you is not right. It's like you're repelling it. It doesn't look right. It's like you're literally bending the weave around you.
Elusive? Where's God? Hi. I'm going to use my appraisal eye on my own hand.
Okay,
See if it sees anything unique. Because this is used to identify magic items magically.
Yep. What's the name of this on your shoes?
Fuck. I think it's literally just called where is it?
My special eye. My brand.
You know. Honestly, I also have mystic identification. I also have mystic identification I could use.
I have mana scanning and I used it.
It's basically just an eye that uses the spell that would be equivalent to identify in Wardens. So she'd be identifying literally herself.
Yes, I am made of
the glass
me.
eye. Thanks. I didn't know that. I'm not a dark elf. Oh God! Oh. How am I
You're
125?
seeing what you would normally see from a standard magical item, which you shouldn't be seeing. And if you rub your hands, it's almost as if the dust comes off. And you just see a normal hand underneath.
Yeah, that's fucking weird. So if I rub it off, it fucking drops.
Yeah.
Can I cast my? Can she tell if she can cast her magic right now?
She can try.
I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna walk over here.
Oh, okay. She's going to drop. She's going to merge with just a shadow somewhere, probably from on the table or whatever, and drop into it.
You
And then hope-
successfully cast your spell and merge, but immediately you feel as if you've been slightly drained. Like you've used up some of your mana. It didn't feel like anything had changed, but now that you've cast a spell, you can tell. Some of your mana has been used up today.
Okay, that's weird. That's not how much that usually takes to cast.
Interesting.
We might be missing a good portion of our mana.
You said the wind blew.
I think it drained us.
This way.
That's a nice way to put it.
After the book turned to ash, correct?
Yes, the book turned to ash, wind blew in our faces, then, well, the wind blew, turning everything dark, and then footsteps were heard in the darkness. Both of us can see relatively well in dark, but we didn't see anything.
Well, my presumption then is there may not be a trail of the egg per se.
Hello.
But
oh my god, everyone is still.
perhaps there is a trail of the dust that was blown away. Since I have now identified it off of you two and the surrounding,
Yes, I did.
I could see where that
So
trail
you might be able to
leads.
find
the trail,
the book.
if anything remains of it. But if there is a trail of it outside, it could be followed.
See if you can
It
find
also-
anything like that, then. That's
It also may be
could
a
be
good idea to
helpful.
figure this out sooner rather than later, because
That
I'm
is
not.
what.
Yeah, I don't.
If I could,
I'd suggest you not spending your mana with whatever left you have, because I don't see any more going to you.
Then if I could have you two, because you are a point of reference for what I am looking for. If I go upon the outside, I can see if there is a trail of what is upon you that leads anywhere. If God is okay with that.
God's dead.
They ain't even here.
They were there when I asked, I'm just saying.
Shame.
But it seems an understanding I suppose the obvious question I should be asking is, did the egg disappear around the same time the book ashed?
See, I'm present.
A little after.
Then perhaps it is indeed related. And in searching for this trail of ash, we find our wayward prize.
Well, it does make sense that the two are tied together. The book and story itself, I feel as though I've at least heard a similar theme.
Then
Bringing
yes.
sorrow and misery through it makes sense that the song itself is doing the
Can I
same.
ask a question? If the egg is gone, what are we all still doing here?
Because I was trying to locate where it may have
helping you get
gone
it.
magically, but instead have found something potentially of similar use, and they may yet be related. Regarding the
Right,
book
well, I
that
don't
was...
think we're going
need
to
to
find it
tell
easy.
us,
Apparently,
right?
Snowbell and Blake don't have it, so it's somewhere
That's
else.
important. Do you want to do that, or do you want me while you help them?
So I think it's a good idea to clear out.
I'll look for extras.
I think you're probably faster than me. I'm a little bit
Be on standby.
I also... have more on you, because I shadowed for the express purpose of getting rid of it.
See, the magic stuff is complete.
Not exactly.
To a degree, but there is more yet to be
It is
done.
relocated.
That said, I believe it was the outer wall right around here, if I remember correct. Or let's see.
I need to find someone else.
Based off the stairwell, the door was there, and then
Good luck. Let me know if you find it, or anything.
might have been around
If there's developments since I entered the building,
here.
I'm not aware
Was
of
where
them.
it was on the outside.
Okay, yes.
I don't know if they do
That is bullshit.
Alright. Believe it was around here.
Didn't know there was a town here.
I need God back.
I don't believe any of that. That's exactly
I've never heard
But
that.
yes,
I
I would
don't
be
think
wary
that's a
of
big
casting anything, as it is, I guess, uncertain your current mana capacity.
I don't plan to.
Would be cautious.
That means it's probably
And of course, once we are in a position where we have as much information as we can use, clear off as much as you can from yourself if you have means of confirming. Not sure if it is related to the effects lingering on your person,
Hello, I'm interrogating this
but
person. I'm under the assumption
want
that they're the
to
mercenaries
be,
that we're expecting to come by.
well,
So
cautious.
I am purposely flashing my crest of the Inquisitor.
So if they are around
Let's start around here. See if we can locate something.
bro, this is kind of a big deal to be in front of a Drake K.
Did you need help finding something?
You are compelled to be honest, but your
Not
honesty is
quite.
nothing but honest.
I know what I'm looking for. I am just looking to see if there is a lead of it on the outside from where we had started on the interior.
Is there anything on this guy?
It's sorry. It's egg related.
Coins and a giant slash across his face.
I see.
Yes, it is
Sorry about all the excitement.
one of those
I'm sure
problems.
Boba will be able to guide you if need be.
What else happened?
Understood. I will keep that in mind about this, Boba.
He is our guard escort. I believe they call it.
I see.
Was it the mascot or was it the guard captain? I've heard multiple things.
Hey
Jim, how's it going?
Hello. So
Legally speaking.
we were told that the so context. Egg stuff, book turned into ash, blew into a thing. Apparently, it was leaving a magical trail and like identified residue on them and the other person whose name I forget already. We're trying to see if there is a trail of it outside the building, the same direction it blown, and seeing if there is a way to follow it. It might be an elusive thing. I don't know.
There we go. We have our answer.
Yes, one moment.
Understood.
Sebastian is wanting me tonight.
Pray to God, wrong God answered.
Tonight is soon.
Yeah, that's how you pray. You just kind of get a little bit of a jig in it.
I have never been one for incorporating dance in the Vale.
It's the Vale life.
I thought I overheard, but I was not sure.
Yes, I live in the Vale.
I see Boba's on duty.
Why does it change the colors of which you see things?
It's not so much change the color of what I'm sorry? What are you saying?
I walked by once, and the grass, it turned the purple, and the sky was a sort of
that is likely the effect. That is likely the effect of being nearby the mists and beginning to inhale them. From what I understand, they have an altering effect upon the perceptions of those who are exposed to them.
I see.
It's meant to keep you away.
I don't know what to tell you.
Well, it succeeded.
Yes.
Good on you.
Although, if you do get affected by it, I am familiar with its touch, so perhaps I can help alleviate some of the problems, like I did for that one.
Understood.
But yes, I suppose we are going to be waiting for God for a little bit, but specifically the God that we need.
Always gotta go for the specific one.
There are many
There's
gods
so many.
in this land, you know.
Yes.
You need to relay something to
For
Sebastian,
example, there is the one that is about making animals out of the clouds, and then you count them. I don't really understand that one.
I don't know your name.
I'll offer you half a coffee biscuit.
Astrid, got it.
Quick question. Is this gathering
It's not supposed to be a full moon tonight, right?
No, I
No,
believe
that was yesterday.
There was one yesterday.
Thank you.
GM present.
Oh, hello. That trail of dust that we identified the material because of them. We're going to see if we can find it on the outside and see if it leads anywhere, if there is one.
It doesn't lead outside at all.
Okay, so it's just entirely on the inside where the, like, wind blew?
Darkness jump scare.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
And thinking of it as a kind of magic radiation is a good way to think about it. Like their clothes and their hair are contaminated.
Gotcha. So basically they stinky. Got it.
My goodness.
Right.
As far as I know about Warden
See.
Be careful with what you do. You're kind of still coated in it. No, you're very much not.
Pat him down, see what
You can do your best. I hope you're successful.
He's not gonna have anything on him, maybe like a small, very...
I believe this was the wall where it was, but it does not appear that it lingers on the outside. It appears it's only in the interior and of course following where they are. So, unfortunately, it will not be a path to follow as much as I was hoping for.
Well, possibly that's a good thing. If he was trailing through town, there's a chance he could affect others.
True. That is indeed true. I was more talking for the, well, wayward item that was hopefully going to be located with that trail in mind, but it seems that is not going to be as easy as it sounds.
Ah, I see. You deal with jewels, and I assume you could donate sort of.
But if they do locate it, I will see what I can do to analyze that effect, at least. If I am even able to, based off the way that it reacted trying to scan that area. Leads me to believe it is going to be resistant to my methods.
Well, something tells us the both of us could work good with it. Sure, we could figure it out together.
Perhaps. And also, hello. I do not believe we had met before.
Just really like the leaf of hair. It's very nice. I like it a lot. It's very good. Can't get my eyes off. It's like, wow.
Sorry, I missed about half of what you were saying. For whatever reason, I couldn't hear you.
Alright, fantastic. It wasn't just you. Alright.
Your voice was lost in the wind, Seabreeze.
Not again. It happens sometimes. I was simply just, again, complimenting your hair. You don't really see a leafy hair often, you know? But seeing it's pretty nice, something to say.
I see. I appreciate.
That was all apologies if I was staring.
Well, I assumed it was. You are not the first to stare, so I am not worried about.
Can I still see leftovers?
In either
it
case,
looks like he looks normal now.
it's a pleasure to meet you.
Hey,
I am known as Elisande.
Oh, good. Now I'm gonna go sit by a fire.
No.
And I'm known as Seabreeze.
Where's what?
How can I help?
Yeah,
Sorry,
I can't
find
you.
There's a light over here. I have a whole thing with lights.
Pleasure
Probably
indeed.
left
Yes.
town. So risk it.
Can't find it.
They said it's missing from the guardhouse ages ago. We looked around and can't
I
find
wouldn't
it.
suggest looking into it.
I'm gonna bring out a lantern and...
No!
Well, I've done a little bit of it and found something
thought they
interesting in the
did
area
obviously
where it
have-
appeared
May
to
not
be
have been obvious, but at least
last.
That's what we wish as well.
Earlier in the day, if we can keep it down low.
Apparently, the book was also draining, apparently. It was
Yes.
magical in nature.
There was a
No.
there was a covering of dust upon that one and the one of the other ones who was there. Yes, they are effectively
I think I got rid of
radiating
most of it,
the
hopefully.
whatever this magical contamination of this book was. But apparently it's leaving them quite tired and low on mana. And when I was trying to scan the area, the vicinity wherever these things were was like a void of mana completely.
I'm here.
Yeah,
Fuck
I
up.
tested one of my spells, and
I am
the moment I
wondering.
did, I
Wondering what
I
everyone's
was going to say I am meant to be here
in front
for.
of the guardhouse.
That's not good.
Apparently there was a bunch
So
of
if
things
you
that
I'm
have
happened.
needed
dealt-
for
Something to do
a
with bandits and
specific.
nothing to do with the
I'm
skull.
needed for a
Yeah.
specific thing that
Just
I think they've gone inside, so I need
Just,
to go check.
just know, if you have dealt with this book that they are dealing with, then be wary with your magic if you have any.
No, fuck. My burns.
It is likely just temporary
Give me a
with
second
rest.
to get around.
But if you would like, I can check you up in the morning, see if it is lingering.
Maybe. It should be fine. I have plenty of mana. The sudden loss of it was weird.
But if
Usually I
his,
don't use spells that expensive.
if his lingering condition is something to worry about, is the reason why I offer.
I will come to you if I still feel tired tomorrow. But
Understood.
hopefully it's gone.
Very well. Hopefully is abundance of caution, nothing else.
Always go with the buddy for now.
Okay. I thought I heard something about bandits. I assume this is because of that.
Seemed that there was a lot that had happened inside of that building. He's looking like place could be of needing personal talents. I heard somebody talk about Vale, yes? What reason?
If you plan on returning tonight, would you mind talking to one of the guard, or at least bringing someone with you? The roads may be dangerous due to the attack that occurred today.
There was an attack. Very well.
Bandits.
Understood. I say, given my...
I doubt they would be stupid enough to go into the Vale, but...
If they did, they would likely find themselves unpleasantly affected.
Not well.
Given what I am starting to realize is the difference between how I react to it versus how others do. But I will let one of you know. I do likely intend to go out there, if only to keep Eritrea company so they are not alone out there. Until I have more proper place stay here, perhaps, if I'm going to be here a long while.
Understood.
For that matter, I believe I am, given my business, will not be able to proceed until at least tomorrow if the good master is in. If you would like to be one who is accompanying of me, then I would be welcoming of the company to the Vale.
You would like to go with? You seem very curious of the place.
If you have a guide, it is less problem. It is more just if you go in without awareness of where it is that you are seeking.
They need light.
Oh, I love a light. Thank you.
Excuse me.
I'm looking for the invisible man. He's helping me run the electoral camp.
What in the world is that one doing?
I believe they are playing with fireflies. Or they are trying to take a lantern. I am uncertain.
Let me unlatch one for him. Do you need a lantern, brave one? See, I knew that I was the Whisperer.
I'm going to take that as a no.
Perhaps, perhaps not. There's no way of knowing. It is best to let you know, sadly, that due to the bandits, it is not safe to be outside of the walls alone at this time.
Oh dear. Okay then. Well, that's... Alright.
My apologies, sir.
No.
Here, you have my lit one already. I have another match.
Oh. Thank you, sir.
No problem. You get back home safe. Apologies for the delay.
It is quite alright.
No problem.
You are simply ensuring the safety of those who live here. I see nothing of wrongness about that.
You do not mind me asking, because of such rumors about the Vale, what brought you to live there in the first place? If that is something I am allowed to know.
I don't really recall, I'm afraid. I
see.
I believe there was a time that I lived elsewhere, but for as long as I remember, I live here, and I had taken care of an object known as Euphoria, and now it is missing, but it has been found. But I need to speak to one about it, find out why it is here.
I see. Well, worst case worse, I can write a note for you for the Guildmaster if you did not already speak to them about this.
They were not available today, unfortunately, so I have not gotten a chance to speak to them. But one named Anastasia showed me a replica of the object in the guild hall, and I was able to confirm it is indeed the object that I had been taking care of for so long.
I see.
Miss Jasmine, are you
The smells
okay?
and sounds of the Vale hit you now. Perfumed. Delicious.
Miss Jasmine?
It draws you in.
I believe you had said you did not wish to go in there. Same for you.
The staff's just kind of pokes out.
You feel the staff on your chest.
I do believe you two did not wish to enter, yes?
The smells,
Have a moment of clarity, and perhaps take this opportunity to depart from there.
A sudden soberness washes over you. A clarity of space and time.
I am aware it affects you in a way that is not pleasant compared to myself, so I suggest this may be where we part ways while I am holding this.
I believe that would be best.
I will speak with you more about this later in the morning if you wish, Miss Jasmine. I wish to ensure that your treatment is progressing. Have a good night, you two.
Yeah.
And please, find yourself back in Leefside. I will be safe here.
I will do so. We should go before it tries to tempt us again.
I do not need to go far into it. Just enough to get that familiar feeling of comfort back. The place of Leefside is very devoid of discomfort.